Hello.
Whoa, I didn't know we were like
We're here.
3 minutes on the waiting screen. I was really in my crochet.
Yeah, we're here.
Sorry.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome back to Pokemon time.
We're poking your mans.
We're here now. Very small change I made. I got rid of Fake Out. I feel like it hasn't been super useful anymore. We just have Dual Stab now, and I gave Roy the Life Orb to try to make up for the fact that his stats are... They are. I should also probably just replace Shadow Ball, Shadow Claw. I'm gonna do that right now, actually. And then we'll move on. Dusk, how you doing, bud?
You know what bothers me about the subs? Numbers. They're all odd. They don't end in 5s or even numbers.
You're really trying this bit, huh?
It's not a bit, it genuinely bothers me. It's like when I go on the radio and it has to be like intervals of 5. Because I am Neuro-Straight? Neuro-Straight. I am Neuro-Normal.
Neurotypical is
Neurotypical is the word.
Neuro-Straight? Oh, good job, dear. We're 4 minutes into the episode, and I already might have a title. Your vocabulary is incredible. They're a writer, by the way. They're a published author.
I am. Be jealous.
I fucking edited it.
Yeah, wait till you read the second book. That book's raunchy as fuck. Let me tell you. Woo! I think I've had to take a couple breaks.
Okay.
They call him the New Hampshire.
New Hampshireites.
New Hampshire. Why is that fucking me up?
Because you're neuro gay.
Shakespeare. Fucking mint.
Neuro-Straight. I hate that you realized it wasn't Neuro-Straight, so you switched to Neuro-Normal. God damn.
What?
Nothing, sweetheart.
What?
How's everybody doing? What's going on?
Why are you judging me?
Everybody excited for some Pokemon time? Because I am.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm very over this game.
What do you mean? Oraz is so good.
Oraz is so good. But knowing Baldur's Gate is next, I'm like, oh my god!
Well, we got like plenty of game left, so you're gonna have to get over it.
It's the game that never ends. We started this, what? November? It is almost January. This feels like the game from hell. To be fair, it's our own fault because, you know, our bad mental health times and all that shit.
Give me a minute. The first upload.
Excuse me, what is the title? Digimon is stupid? Oh, you didn't upload the crazy one yet?
No. We started this a month ago. Simmer down.
Yeah, which is November.
It'll be November again when we finish Dragon Quest 11. We'll just play some Calico instead. Absolutely the fuck not.
You know, I feel bad. I love this game. This game is fine. I just feel like we've had so many interruptions. This game is taking too long.
It has been a month, maybe. It has not been that long. We played Witcher for like a fucking year.
Yeah, Witcher was fun though.
No, it really wasn't. Witcher sucked for a lot of it.
I liked Witcher. Especially Gwen.
Gwen doesn't like you.
Well, I like Gwen, so suck my balls.
Half of Witcher, we literally spent like 2 fucking streams in Witcher wandering in circles in that one garden area looking for that werewolf.
Yeah.
Next November's Autonomous Stream Source, the guy in the black suit who disappears when I take my meds. What do you think about Celio?
He's a little guy.
Sure is.
A big guy. He's a guy who does big things.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to freaking Baldur's Gate when we can.
I know. The good thing about Pokemon is I make very good progress on my crochet projects with Pokemon. What?
Nothing, dear.
Listen, I look up for plot that's maybe 2 minutes long, and then it's back to the same battles. Nothing personal. I like Pokemon, but observing Pokemon is kind of a different thing. Why do you look upset?
I don't. It's perfect. Play the game with the hot robot during not November. Does anyone actually do that?
Probably Mormons.
I think Mormons are just on no nut life.
Dude, bro, why can't 2B just hydraulic press my face, man? That's how I feel about a lot of things.
I don't. I know you don't. You probably jerk off more during November out of spite.
No, not November is against my religion.
Yeah.
Fucking, I can't do this right now. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, so my crochet ring just broke.
Yeah, no. Might need to get you some, like, a better one or something.
It's alright. Bean! Bean!
Hey, Bean.
Come here! Come here, handsome boy! Who they hate them weasel boy? The beans!
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Jesus.
What?
Hi, bud.
Hopefully y'all can hear him.
Don't we should move them up.
Oh, I'll put him down.
Alright, well.
Hopefully you heard the purrs before the grumble.
That was more like a grumble. That was a threat.
That was some grumbling.
I come back up Volans makes Ultaria fluffier, yeah. And he gets a funny little hat. That's important.
I'm gonna give you a fucking funny hat.
What does that mean?
You fucking fucker. You. You fucking.
Your commentary is deteriorating by the minute.
I don't feel good.
Mega Ball put through the dryer. It'd be like that sometimes. So this weirdo.
He has no nipples.
He's a diving treasure hunter. Also, dude goes deep down and gather treasure by the seas. So if you give him shards, as you can see by this handy dandy shard in the corner, you can get evolution stones.
Holy shit!
Not anything useful for us,
Let's
but
evolve our cat dog fox.
Eevee's not in this one.
Wait a minute, so what would we use them for?
Gloom, Lombre,
So not worth it.
Pikachu.
Nah.
Vulpix, Firestone Vulpix.
Okay, Vulpix might be worth it. Nothing about this commentary is Neuro-Straight.
You're so right.
Listen here, Straighty.
We made it to.
Sorry. I don't even know what you are, David. Sorry.
We made it to. We made it to Moss Deep.
You know how bad I've wanted to say that to my dad before? When he's like...
Oh my god, Sarah.
He does the whole thing where he's like, I have nothing against gay people, but...
I don't even know how to respond to that. Yeah, right, what the fuck?
Sorry.
Restraining.
It's like when someone says, like, I love you, but... And it's like, oh, you don't love me. Never mind. I beat Detroit Becoming Human today. And I accidentally got almost the entire good... Like, I got the good ending. But with 2 characters, I accidentally made a wrong choice.
Didn't you tell me that... Doesn't that game... Didn't you just get to tell me that game has like 80,000 fucking endings?
85.
Hmm.
But I really did get the good ending. I looked it up. Like, I wasn't even trying to get it. I just did my own choices.
Right.
It's just 2 characters, you know. But...
See, I don't know much about Detroit Become Human other than, like, people, like, memeing on it back in the day when it was, like, a new thing. I don't really know why.
So... Without sharing any spoilers for this game, because, spoiler alert, this is a game I'm going to be streaming at some point. It's not long. It's 12 hours long. Okay. It's kind of like a visual novel or a movie that you control.
Yeah, that's kind of David Cage's whole thing.
Which I thought was a really cool concept. The game is beautifully animated to the point where some parts of the game, it was very hard to comprehend something was animated. Mm-hmm. Like, there was points you could tell because of, like, the way their skin lighting was, or it's, like, you know, just, like, the slight weird movement. Like, very minor details. But there were absolutely a couple spots in that game I was like, is that video footage of the actual actor, or is that animated?
You see, the whole, like, interactive movie thing, that always sounds real cool, but, like, I don't know, man. At some point, I have to say, why don't you just watch a freaking movie? Because it's the same shit of, like, half the shit we play in, like, Spooktober, where it's just walk through a house, hit a couple buttons, and I'm like, God, fuck off.
That wasn't done well. I think Detroit Become Human was actually a pretty good game. I felt like in the beginning it was trying to go one direction, and by the end you were going in another, but I don't think that's a bad thing.
But that also might be because of the fact that this game has 80-something fucking endings. You might have just accidentally made the story veer off in the wrong way.
That is possible. I really liked the concept of the game, because the really, really TDLR of that game is, are robots sentient? And if they are, should they have rights?
Okay.
So, I thought it was really interesting.
You know, it's a cooler game with that same so Mega Man X released for the Super Nintendo in 19... I don't know enough about Mega Man X to actually keep this bit going. Keep talking.
So, I thought that was, you know, that's always a fun concept for humanity to explore. You know. I also thought it was interesting how you play as 3 main characters. So you have a chapter for each character, and they alternate. And at first it seems a little disconnected, but by the end it makes so much fucking sense. I feel like they actually executed that quite well. Mm-hmm. Hey, if you think that kind of theme is cool, you'll think Autonoma is really fucking cool. I honestly really want to play Nier Autonoma.
I mean, there's a winter sale happening right now.
Babe, I have no money, not even for gas right now.
Well...
I am broke as a cunt right now. I cannot buy it. Ugh, yes, the lobbying is strong. It is definitely high up there on the list. In fact, I think it might even be on my wish list at the moment.
So this is Shoal Cave.
Wait, I thought one of you has Autonoma on Steam. Jameson does, I don't, because I just got my new Steam account with my PC recently. Eventually I'll get it. It'll be awesome, because I definitely want to play it. It's definitely high up on the list for me to want to play. So, probably in the next couple of weeks, because I have a couple other games to play through. Anyway. Okay, good enough, as long as one of you has it.
Yeah, I grabbed it on some sale, like, forever ago.
Yeah.
Because I knew we were going to stream it at some point. I just haven't gone around, like, playing it myself to, I haven't gone around to playing it to myself to see if it's something I'd want to stream, because I am done doing blind games. Like,
I was gonna put on my Santa hat real quick. Oh no, you totally don't have to do that. You're all good.
Personally speaking, I don't ever want to do a blind game ever again.
Excuse me.
Like, I know Spooktober is, like, a little bit of, like, an exception, but, like, I would struggle to say it goes well during Spooktober either.
Here's my new rule about blind games. If I'm playing it blind, I need to at least test it for 2 hours to see if I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else could be blind.
Because I can't remember the last time we did a game blind. You're like, oh, that was really good. It's always been, why the fuck are we playing this? I think the last time we played a game blind and it went well was Three Houses.
What if your good friend who highly trusts vouches for the game?
Listen, man, it's not that I don't trust you. It's just we.
I could take it from him. It's fine. I would do it blind.
It's not that I don't trust you. It's just we might just have vastly different opinions. That's all.
But anyway, kind of veering back. Also, something I thought was really interesting about the game that I'm surprised a lot of other games do not do is they actually took the voice actors, had them speak in their normal voice, and modeled the characters after their voice actor.
Yeah, because they were just doing like the advanced they're tracking like their face and shit. So
well,
like it was just probably just easier that way.
They weren't characters. It was. Well, they were characters. They had different names, but they look exactly like their voice actors. Which I thought was a very interesting creative choice.
If you ever want to see that exact same technology, but used like one of the first times games use that technology and watch it be kind of awful, I'll play LA Noire. It's hysterical.
I thought it was really cool because it's like I recognized Marcus, and I was like, where the fuck have I seen this guy? Like, there's not, this is not true. Like, this can't be him. And I looked it up, and I looked up all the other actors and actresses, and they're all, the main characters are modeled after what they look like in real life.
Well, yeah, because at that point you're already tracking their face, you might as well.
I think that's so
that way
cool.
the movements will line up.
More games should do that. I thought that was fucking fascinating.
So
like, literally, there was a point.
Well, because it's expensive, that's all. And plus, it's like a lot of the time, when you come up with a roster of characters, you're coming up with what they look like and how they act way before you're thinking who's going to voice them.
Right, but I still thought that was, like, really interesting because, I'll be honest, I bought that game because I knew Neil Newbon worked on it, and especially with, like, the BG3 cast, I'm trying to look into other games they've worked on because I want to just see what else they do, if that makes sense. I'm just very curious about supporting those specific creators. So, Neil always talked about that game on his Steam, or on a stream, rather, on Twitch. So I was like, fuck it, and I bought it. It's fucking creepy. Yeah. How much it's just so... It's not even Uncanny Valley where it's uncomfortable. It's so realistic, it's a little uncomfortable. But I was like, that's just Neil getting out of a pool. What the fuck is going on? But I thought that was really interesting, you know? It's like super hyper realistic after real people. Like, they literally had to model their skin texture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to me.
Most games are also not in the sound setting would make sense of hyper realistic people, but I see what you mean, though. It's more of a one-to-one mapping a person that's having audio things they said.
Yeah, because it's like, it's one thing to pretend to be a character, right? It's like, I could be a tentacruel, you know? But then it's like to just have you physically in the game like that, that's so... I thought that was really cool. I thought that was dope. And also, I'm like having a big fascination with like mocapping and how that fucking works. I've been like hyper fixating on that a little bit because when I was a kid, I thought I would maybe be a puppeteer. I really like Jim Henson stuff. But mocapping, if you think about it, is just computer puppets.
Yeah.
So I just think that kind of shit's interesting.
It's like the weirdest way you could have put it, but yeah.
Well, I mean, it's true, because it's getting their full model, it's seeing how they move, how we register eye movements. A big thing with mocapping is the camera's, like, right on their head, so it can track their eyes.
Right.
So it'll set up with, like, your eye shape, and then in the game, when they're talking, there's subtle movements that make it feel lifelike.
A little behind the scenes footage of the Hobbit where they're doing Cumberbatch's mocap of Smaug.
Dude, oh my god, it's so fucking funny.
Isn't Smaug a fucking dragon? Why would they mocap that?
Cumberbatch literally is like...
That's just
unreal.
Stupid. Why would you...
You should look it up right now. I want your live reaction.
I'm all set. Why would you mocap that? That's stupid. He's a dragon. Like, what? Just... That doesn't...
Well, it's like, you know, so it moves a little more like an animal rather than trying to guess with a dragon.
Because Peter Jackson was smoking that Hobbit herb, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. No, but I've seen that mocap footage. It's hilarious. Although I don't know how Cumberbatch moves like that.
Look, they fenced off the White Rock.
No, like... I don't know, mocapping to me is, like, very fascinating. I just think it's really cool.
Yeah.
And it's like, we have... Like, again, this is gonna make me sound ancient. When I was a kid, we were excited about Mario 64, which looks like sneezed on a painting, and interpreted it, alright? And you're going from that to being in a video game and having it look real? Fucking crazy.
So Mario 64 definitely came out before either of us were born.
It came out right before I was born. Like a couple of months. It came out in 1998. Or 1997, I believe.
Remember in How to Train Your Dragon when Hiccup puts the prosthetic tail fin onto a Felicity, so it's tweaking the fuck out? They got that by taping a piece of paper onto a cat's tail, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that makes sense. Like, that makes sense. Because that's an animal. You're not taking fucking Cumberbatch and being like, hey, pretend you're a lizard.
To be fair, he did a very good job.
And to be fair, he is a lizard.
I mean, he is a lizard person, let's be real. Look at that man's face and tell me he's normal.
I don't even know who that is.
Take a look at him. He is a fascinating looking man. You should also look up his mocapping.
Yeah, okay.
He freaks me out, honestly. His face is freaky.
What the fuck? Why is every picture of him low res?
This is the lizard people.
His eye, what the fuck?
Now look at his mocapping. Look up the mocapping.
No, I don't want to see more
Please,
of him.
It's so funny. He moves like a creature.
He looks like if John Mulaney was a skinwalker. I don't want to look at this anymore.
Please.
No, I'm not looking at any more of that
funny.
man.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. If you're gonna be a brat about it.
Do you want to stream alone this time? Do you want, like...
I'm trying to show you something funny.
It's not funny.
It is funny. Smog. Prosthetic is not correct. Mocap.
I'll turn the volume... Oh, yeah.
I'm working on it. God, 8 years ago?
Wow.
Hold on. He starts like crawling around on the floor. There it is. And it's just very fucking weird.
That literally just seems like a bad idea. Weren't the Hobbit movies like dog shit?
I liked the Hobbit movies. They're just long.
I thought most people like hated those fucking films.
I liked them. They were pretty accurate to the book as far as I remember. You don't want to see a guy in a high-tech suit crawling around and growling about how he's gonna eat Bilbo Baggins.
No, not really. So there's not much to do in Moss Deep, so we're just basically headed straight for the gym. This gym saw a bit of a redesign, but the core idea is the same. Being forced to move around against your will. What I think of the Hobbit movies? Mixed bag. Fair enough.
Yeah, because I'm not in love with them like the original Lord of the Rings, but like they didn't... As far as I remember, and mind you, the last time I saw it was when it came out in theaters, so like a long time ago.
Mm.
I remember them being pretty accurate to the book, which is good brownie points. They had the you know, everybody seemed pretty alright, and they had, I think, mostly original cast.
You know, sorry to tangent this back to Pokemon, but
God damn.
you know what we can do now?
We can squirt. Oh.
What?
It needs water. I thought we finally got a better water move.
No, I mean we've had Aquatail.
Oh my god, he's sushi shaped. I always did like his Mega. Pretty cool. Although I miss his 90-degree angled neck.
Yeah. I always forget about Shrimp Gyarados. How could you forget about Shrimp Gyarados? Look at her. Here's the thing, there's nothing huge in the book that's missing, but then they went, what if we put a bunch of other shit in here to pad out to 3 movies? Yeah, that sounds stupid. Rain Dance, I don't need that.
But the Eagles.
What?
The Eagles. Did you not read The Hobbit?
No!
There's eagles that fly the hobbits.
Salem, those books.
That's why Dusk says the eagles.
No, he says the eagles because of Missile. There's nothing to do. I guarantee you.
I'm pretty sure Missile is referencing The Hobbit.
I guarantee you, Dusk has never. No, you know what? No, I'm gonna make assumptions about Dusk right now. I guarantee you, Dusk has never read those fucking books.
This is for a sub 250 page book. I don't know. I tore through it in an evening. No, he's not.
Yeah, no.
I thought he was.
No, it has nothing to do with that whatsoever.
Fuck me in the ass and call me George. Then I don't know. Thought that's what he said.
No, it has nothing to do with that. Missile's not referencing The Hobbit.
I always thought that whole time Missile was referencing The Hobbit.
No.
There are worse assumptions to be made.
I guess, yeah.
We're taking the boys to Isengard. We're taking the boys to Isengard.
Yeah, but no, because like I took one look at one Lord of the Rings thing, whether that be the book the size of my head or the movie longer than I ever want to be alive, and I said I have zero interest.
Lord of the Rings is good. And
I'm sure it is. I don't care. I'm not watching it.
You should watch it in small spurts with me.
No.
It's such a comfort movie.
If you have to fucking, like, pace a movie over the course of multiple days...
I don't have to. You're just being a little bitch. It's like a 2-hour movie.
No, it is fucking not.
The last one is longer, but the first one is not too bad. I believe it is 2 hours and 15 minutes, if I remember.
That is way too fucking long.
And it also depends on the cut that you're watching. Also, a 2-hour movie is average.
See, who the fuck is out here like, yeah, what if we release like a new version of these movies that add 18 fucking extra minutes of Bilbo, or what the hell his name is, wiping his ass in the forest? Like... Or should you our TikTok brains? No, fuck off! Like, two hours, I don't care. It's just... Because it's 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Okay, I will give it this. Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, for director's cut, is 2 hours and 58 minutes.
Okay, so it's 3 hours for a movie that doesn't even complete its own fucking story. Because there's like 4 fucking movies in this entire lineup before they finish their journey.
2 Towers, which is the second one, 2 hours and 59 minutes. The last one...
So hold on.
Is 3 hours and 21 minutes.
So we're already 6 hours in, and like they still haven't finished this bullshit already.
Yes, but it's also very complicated. Also, there's 4 versions available for the last one. That's the shortest one for the last one. The longest special DVD extended edition director's cut is 4 hours and 14 minutes for the last one.
Why?
It has extra content.
Yeah, but does that extra content matter?
Yeah.
What is it?
Good stuff.
Okay. Okay, no, my fucking point is, you're already, like, making this long-ass movie, and it feels pointless, because you're gonna get to the end, it's gonna be like, hey, go watch the next long-ass movie. It's like, I'd rather spend 3 hours doing anything else in my fucking time.
No, because it's not like it just stops in the middle. It's not like, first the piggy went to market. Then the piggy went to go get roast beef, and then it just cuts. It's a whole arc, each movie, but then there's one big over arc over all 3 movies, so you are still satisfied at the end of the movie. It's not like it's leaving you edging for fucking 12 business days.
I think I'd rather be... Never mind.
We can work something out. There's like 5 giant books being adapted, yeah. And they're also really good classic books, and then the movies did an awesome job. For how big those books are, my giant Lord of the Rings book has all 3 books in it. I believe it's like 2,000 pages.
That sounds like
and
a
having
nightmare.
that being within like 12 hours of content is pretty good.
Right, but just, like, make a TV show then. If it's gonna take you that fucking long, so then you can pace it better. Instead of being like, hey, we already made the movie, but hey, you know those 3 hours we cut out because we didn't have time?
So
what
then
if we
it'd be
sold
like,
it to him again?
I'm a hobbit, I'm going through the Shire. There's a dark man! Cuts off. Next
Excuse
episode.
me? What is the Lord of the Rings about?
There's the large
What do you, yeah, you know
dark
what? No,
ghosty man.
I'm with Tate over there. What do you mean? But his face right now, that's me. What do you mean?
The large ghosty men. That's escaping me.
You
What
said there's a dark man. You did
they
not
are.
say...
They ride on horses.
Who's they?
I gotta look it up because it's been a while. Give me a second. What? They're in Fellowship.
Tolkien does have some weird beliefs. Why did you decide to refer to the
Nazgul
Nazgul as dark
thank you.
men?
I'm not incorrect.
So, gym leader time.
They are dark, ghosty men that ride on dark, ghosty horses. And then they're like,
So,
to, like, Frodo, and he's like, God, I want to kill myself.
So, gym leader time. Unfortunately for Tate and Liza, this is a Ruby Sapphire remake, not an Emerald remake, so, their team sucks.
Doesn't Tolkien believe in Hollow Earth or some shit? We're not canceling Tolkien, he was chill. I'm with David.
I was gonna say, isn't Tolkien cold in the earth? He probably believed, like, women couldn't read. That's only because he was born in, like, 8.
And I don't like your fucking TV show thing, because especially for something that astronomically, like, it changed writing, it changed, like, novel history, okay? You need to do it right, and by having a TV show, you know, Sam's gonna be like, I think that girl's really cute over there, and Frodo's gonna smack him on the ass and be like, go for it, champ, and then it's just gonna dry cut, and then... You know, they're gonna get chased by the Nazgul, and then they're gonna dry cut.
If you really don't think,
then they're gonna do this.
If you really don't think you could just cut like a 3-hour movie into
not everything can be 20-minute TV shows.
Doesn't the episodes not be 20 fucking minutes? I'm just saying, because when you have a TV, because my problem.
Okay, so then think of it this way: there's 3 episodes for the content. Okay.
Right.
3 long episodes.
Okay, this has always been my problem with movies, though, because you say to yourself, okay, we only have an hour or whatever to do everything, and you're always going to end up cramming it. Even when you make your movie so unbelievably long, no normal person should ever watch it, because you just told me...
That long.
You just told me there is a 3-hour, 50-something minute version, and then there's the 4.5-hour version where they put shit back in.
Yep.
That is asinine.
No, it's not. People demand more Lord of the Rings content, and they shall provide. Praise be.
Yeah, they'll be like, hey guys, a fucking pamphlet came out. Look out for the next fucking 8-year experience.
Why are we starting from the idea that 2 hours and change is egregious to begin with? Because it's Jameson.
Egregious.
Okay, mister, a movie is too long for me.
I'm just fucking saying, like, if you're gonna... You could easily translate 3 hours into a few episodes. Like, it's not, like, a weird idea.
It is a horrible idea with something like Lord of the Rings, because a lot of the shit that gets resolved takes time, and having episodes... Like, I don't like that about Witcher, because Witcher should have just been a couple of movies. Witcher should not have been a Netflix series. They should not have gotten rid of Henry Cavill. Because
didn't he leave of his own accord?
He did, because Netflix was changing it far too much from the book series, and now it's unwatchable.
I think like a 3-hour-long video by Amy Walper. There's only Lord of the Rings though. Guys, you can't tell from chat, but I'm cracking out this. The conversation time. Kinda is. You gotta be able to cut the chaff in 4 hours. Sounds like a lot of chaff. Yeah, fucking 2.5 hours sounds like a lot of fucking chaff.
Oh my god. Guys, you can't tell from the chat, but I'm cracking up at this conversation. This is the conversation of all time. Well, like, here's the thing, babe, my love. You will sit your ass here at this computer for 6 to 7 hours straight, listening to fucking Jay Schlatt, Scott the Woz, and Pokemon analytical videos that are 5 hours long, and then you get up and go clean and you just listen to it on your phone?
Mm-hmm. Because they're not trying to...
How is that different from sitting down, relaxing on the couch with your bab and the cats... I'm watching a fucking show about these hobbits going through turmoil.
Because, like...
How is that different?
There's a First of all, there's a massive difference in comparing like a stupid YouTube video to like a movie.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is, because a YouTube video doesn't have like a story and pacing that I'm trying to pay attention to. Like, I can pay attention to things for as long as I want to. I play RPGs. The minimum fucking time like a game for me is like 40 fucking hours. I can pay as much attention as I fucking want. It's just in a movie where they're like, okay, like that's why I've never liked movies as a medium in general, because they're like, okay, you either are in the situation where the movie is not long enough, and it's like, oh, shit just stopped, and okay, we're done, the movie's over. Or you have this bullshit where it's like, oh, this movie's like 5 hours long. Because if you take it into a TV show format, it's not even, I'm not saying it needs to like cut it into, so it's totals to 2 hours and whatever the fuck. But like, if you just say, okay, we can paste this into smaller fucking chunks, so that way, A, it's more digestible, you don't have to sit there and fucking watch a 5-hour goddamn movie, but it can just be more self-contained. It can just be like its own thing.
I have a revolutionary idea. Have you heard of a pause button?
Yeah, but like, at that point, you're fixing the problem of the movie. Like, they should just not make that fucking mistake in the first place.
That's not a mistake. Some stories are just meant to be told in one go, instead of being like, oh, now for a fucking wiener break. Doo 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 doo. And you heat up your hot dogs, and then you sit back down, and then you have more. Okay, Jameson, I'm curious what your perception is. The difference between 5, sorry, I can't math, between 5 30-minute episodes and a 2-hour 30-minute movie.
I basically just already answered that question.
I don't understand this about you. This is the way Jameson has always been about movies, and it makes me sad because I really like movies. I love movies. I think it's great. You get your story, you get it all done, you don't have to worry about ad intervals, like, you can pause, everything is cohesive in one form of media, it's not like you have to find the other episodes, yada yada yada.
Yeah, but like, if you're watching a movie and your first thought is, man, I can't wait to pause this, it's like...
I never have that thought with most movies that I watch, because the movies I watch are good. I'm not watching.
I have seen the movies you like.
Yeah, The Last Unicorn, Dark Crystal, fucking Lord of the Rings, Witcher. A lot of Renaissance sexual fucking romance movies. Don't know why I love those.
You also think Brother Bear is a good movie.
Brother Bear's a great movie. Brother Bear is one of those movies that people either love or hate, and Brother Bear is a good movie, and it's about a man trying to get over his toxic masculinity and learning that it's okay to love. That's an amazing...
It's about a dude getting turned into a bear!
That's not entirely what it's about, but when he learns to love wholeheartedly, that's when he gets the choice to be a bear or not.
Yeah, and he chooses to be a bear because he's a fucking dumbass.
No, he chooses to be a bear because then he doesn't have to pay fucking taxes.
He was a native in the time where there wasn't even indoor fucking plumbing. There was no taxes, you ape.
He doesn't have to worry about carving a spear and paying taxes on it with a fucking piece of rabbit and being like, take it. Taxes are a part of human society. It sucks. And also, I think at the end of the movie he was a bear, but he was also still in his tribe.
No.
He did the handprint thing at the end.
It doesn't fucking matter because remember the sequel, he's still a bear and then he fucks the girl bear.
Because that's not weird.
We don't talk about the second movie. The second movie's terrible and it came out of nowhere, and I hate how children's movies, it's like, okay, we have the good story. Okay, now go find a girlfriend/boyfriend.
For what's worth, they did try to make a Lord of the Rings show and it was bootleg as hell with the fuck off budget. The first movie is terrible. All of them
are you kidding me? I love Fellowship.
No,
That's my favorite.
I think he's talking about Brother Bear.
Oh. I was just about to fucking ban you, Titan. Fellowship's great.
No, like, I understand my feelings about movies don't make fucking sense given what I do for hobbies that involve sitting around for 18 million hours, but, like, I don't know. It's something about, like...
Mods cast him into
Oh my god, fucking Pelipper can't learn dive. Jesus fuck. I really don't want to put
Is
dive.
it because Pelipper likes movies instead of 5 30-minute episodes?
Oh my god, the episodes, it doesn't need to total to the length of the movie. I would in fact prefer if in total it was longer than the movie, because then you could flesh shit out and pace it better.
No, but you could flesh it out if it's just one go.
Yeah, but obviously you can't, because a year later, they're like, what if we made the movie an hour longer? Like, that's stupid. That's fucking stupid. And if, like...
Okay, follow-up question. Is there a difference to your perception between watching a movie and binging a show? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yes.
Don't understand why, but Jameson has always been like this. I don't mean it in a bad way, but you and I have sat in front of the TV for hours watching anime or, like, cartoons, and then the second I bring up a 2-hour movie, you're like, absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It is the weirdest habit I think you have.
It's not a habit, it's just an opinion. I just don't really
It's weird.
care for movies.
I remember one time, you and I, all day. Like, I came over at, like, 10 in the morning. We watched Steven Universe.
I am shocked you got me up that early. Anyway,
You were
go on.
angry about it.
Yeah. Almost certainly I was.
I got you up at 10 in the morning, so we could watch Steven Universe till about 9 at night. Because it was close to the end of Steven Universe, and we were, like, binging it. So 10 in the morning to 9 at night. Just almost non-stop Steven Universe content, except for peeing and meals and whatever.
So this is new to you underwater now. There's trainers.
How does that not bother you?
Like, does it make sense to you that some stories aren't going to fit into screen? Yeah, I guess so. But like, if you, okay, yes. But I feel like Lord of the Rings is like a terrible example. I feel like Lord of the Rings you could because you already made
When they had the opportunity.
because you already made 15-hour worth of fucking movies. You obviously could have trunicated some of that like differently. Like, you obviously could have fucking, like, spaced that shit out. I'm not asking, like, Die Hard to be made into a TV show. That'd be fucking stupid. But, like, bro.
Lord of the Rings came out during a time where Netflix streaming services did not really exist.
Well, yeah, obvious
and
fucking
episodic
way.
TV shows didn't really exist unless you had cable.
Bro, I'm just,
First off.
right.
Second off, for, again, something as cherished as Lord of the Rings, they knew they had to get it right, and they decided with a movie because it makes the most sense with how the fucking arcs go.
Think you're getting too over the director's cut's more extra content for the Omega
Yeah,
fans?
and the director's cut is good because it has that extra shit from the books for the fans, and it's extra world building.
Okay, but why didn't you put it in the first time then?
Because that's what a director's cut is for.
No, it's just for scraping more fucking money from people who are willing to pay for the same shit twice.
And you think Netflix isn't doing the same thing with
ignore-
their remakes?
Ignore,
Hello?
ignore the fact that I'm playing Pokemon and bitching about buying the same thing twice.
Right, but also, you know, one of your favorite things in the entire world is Pokemon, which is the biggest franchise for shelling money out of people.
Oh yeah, it is.
Like, you have no point to talk there.
No, I know. That was part of the gag. No, I just don't fucking like.
And director's cut are more for because people really requested that when that came out because they had a lot of uncut shit, and then they released it later, which I think is fine. But they also have versions if you don't want to be a cool nerd. You can just watch the regular one. It's not a big deal.
Look at Chinchou.
I just don't understand how your brain works with that. I mean, nothing in director's cut is story essential. It's just like, ooh, I wanted more time with this character. Ooh, I wish this scene from the book happened.
Right, but that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? Because
people like you don't want to sit down and spend the extra time to watch the director's cut of the way they truly intended it. That's why they make the shorter versions. For people like you.
If you honestly think they're making these extended cuts for any other reason than to make more money off the same fans, then you're, like, slightly delusional.
Well, they also had the fucking extra scenes. Why not? And honestly, good for them.
So if I were Team Aquaman...
Like, I'll be quite honest with you. If Baldur's Gate ever came out with anything director's cut, I'm debating saving up for the fucking deluxe thing that has a physical copy of the game just so I can give them money to support them. I already own the game. Twice!
There's cuts are not always the way it was originally intended. Sometimes it's the opposite. Yeah, sometimes they just tack on extra shit because how people
Well,
pay
now
for
we're
it.
getting into nitty-gritty there. But still.
The fucking end of it all is I have zero interest in Lord of the Rings, and you were doing a terrible job of trying to change my fucking mind.
I think you would really like how kooky the characters are, because I think you're thinking Lord of the Rings is boring. But, like, in the beginning, it's, like, Frodo, and he's sitting by a tree, and he's like, Gandalf, my old friend! And Gandalf is, like, smuggling in a ton of fucking fireworks to celebrate Bilbo's birthday.
Are you...
And then Bilbo's like, see ya, bitch, puts on the ring and disappears, and everybody's like, holy shit! And he's like, God, I'm old, I want to retire and die in the mountains. And then, you know, like, Gandalf is like, don't do that! Give the ring to the young boy! And then he leaves.
Hey, were you exaggerating about smuggling fireworks?
No. Dead serious. They're like magical fireworks.
Uh-huh. Lord of the Rings is also not unique at all for this. Most movies film more than they need to end up cutting stuff. Lord of the Rings director cuts just have a lot of fame around them at this point. Got a huge... Right.
Yep.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, I think it's kind of, I don't know, stupid to just be like, hey, here's the movie. Okay, here's the real version of the movie.
How's that any different from, for example, anime making a movie?
Because that's new content.
No, it's not.
Yes.
So is this. So is director's cut.
Because that's a whole new thing. That's a whole new thing instead of being like, hey, that movie you already paid for and watch it again, but now you get to watch Bilbo wipe his ass.
That's not at all.
If they make a movie based on something, like, that's more of it. Like, you're not making a movie, because if you make a movie based on shit you already did, that's also fucking stupid. No one wants to see the movie version of, like, the first season of Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball already fucking exists.
A director's cut is not going out of their way to make more stuff. It's just them being less restrictive with the cutting.
Yeah, but sometimes you need to cut shit.
My boy.
Sometimes you need to cut shit because
Jameson will die on this hill. I have tried for years. Hey, well, you could talk about the Blade Runner cuts that fundamentally altered the message of the whole movie. Yeah, that's true.
I'm not familiar with what Blade Runner is.
I watched it a really long time ago. I remember hearing about that. Half the Dragon Ball movies are straight up arcs in the show.
Right, yeah, like, okay, Dragon Ball might have been a bad example, but still, nobody likes those fucking movies, like, because of that. Like, half the reason people shit on the Dragon Ball movies is because they're just the same shit
I just
again.
wish you would watch more movies with me, and I wish you would really try Lord of the Rings. Listen, I could give you Star Wars. I will give you a pass on Star Wars.
I think I'd rather eat a whole dog turd than watch Star Wars.
It hurts my feelings because I really want you to experience Star Wars and the cheese, like the cheesiness, the really bad animation, the whiny-ass Luke Skywalker, and no, I'm not apologizing.
Which part of Star Wars?
All the Star Wars.
Salem,
I would make him watch all of them.
Salem unironically thinks every Star Wars movie is good.
No, I don't.
Okay, besides the holiday special.
No, I don't. The prequels are the worst.
Yeah, but you still
However,
like them.
they're okay. They're very political. They're very space politics, and it's a little dry. But they're important
What do you mean they're
for...
political?
They're extremely political.
Misa thinks we should build the wall. Keep the space Mexicans out. What do you mean it's political?
You're not incorrect.
What?
Star Wars is mid, even the original. I think the original, it's good, but I kind of agree with Titan on that. I feel like the Disney ones, I have a very unpopular opinion. I really like the Disney ones. And they've been doing really good with the Disney shows, like Mandalorian and stuff. But I can give you one pass, and that is on Star Wars, and it's gonna hurt my feelings till the end of time. I really want to experience Star Wars with you. I want you to make fun of it with me, okay? Especially the prequels, and especially the original, because you liked the new trilogy. I did.
Also, I wanted...
But also, I'm kind of biased because my dad never does anything with me, and that is what we did together, is we watched it on opening weekend. So I'm kind of biased in that.
And is also biased from being raised on Star Trek.
I will give you Star Wars.
Hold on a second. I want to acknowledge something that Yoshi said, because he mentioned people like the Golden Frieza movie. Yeah, but that was like also like a new thing.
Are you trying to kill your husband by putting Rise of Skywalker in front of it?
That
Not right away.
wasn't Resurrection up the other way around? Didn't they make the movie and then they made an arc of the show that was like the same thing again? Like, wasn't that the other way around?
Obviously, like with the whole Star Wars thing, I love and hate different parts for different reasons. So Salem doesn't actually like the new film. Salem has daddy issues. Salem does have daddy issues. But the new films, I like some of the character development better than in the original and in the prequels. I guess is how I should word it. However, some of the plot is insane and I think is ridiculous. But as a whole, I like Star Wars, okay? I've never seen Star Trek. I know, bite me. But, like, I was in a Star Wars household.
I was gonna say, I think most Star Wars fans have never actually seen Star Trek.
I was in a Star Wars household growing up with my dad, so, like,
it was
Star Wars makes me think of my dad, and actually gives me good memories about my dad, so I like Star Wars. I would love to have Jameson experience that with me, but I know it's never gonna fucking happen. I will give you a pass on Star Wars, not on Lord of the Rings.
Well, that sucks because I'm not watching them. Like, I do not have an ounce of interest in my body to spend that much time watching those
We don't have to
movies.
do it in one go. I would just like to watch movies with you.
Better idea. Watch Star Trek.
If I could get a watching buddy, I would love to.
Do Discord movie night fellowship?
Honestly, I would be totally down for that.
You got Earthquake.
I don't know how we do it though.
There's ways.
And we'd have to do it like all before midnight because I have to go to bed by midnight with my new sleep schedule. They all boiled down to crying and having emotional breakdowns without anything happening to give them a reason. Hell, the stormtrooper guy went into combat for 3 minutes, didn't fight, and went on to "you didn't know what I've seen" rant for half the trilogy.
I am very proficient in scuff movie sites. That was covered.
I feel like with the newer Disney movie things, I like what they did with the other characters, and I liked the conflicting stuff they did with the characters. Like, I liked the big spoiler with what happened to Han Solo. I like
Oh, the part
A
where
lot
you
of
had
people-
the part where you had a sex change operation.
no.
Let me make shit up.
I
Let me make up the legacy of Hannah Solo. All right.
like Kylo's story especially a lot. And I like Leia, what they did with her in the Disney ones. I feel like there is a lot of crying and emotional stuff, but I also appreciate that at the same time compared to the original Star Wars, where Luke Skywalker literally is like, "Oh no, my parents are dead. Nothing. I don't want to do it, Yoda. Oh my god, Yoda." Like, he's so whiny. He's so whiny. That's all he does. And then then he's like, "You're not my father?" Like, it's cheesy.
I don't know. I think the less I say about episodes 7 through 9, the better. We still got a vaguely positive atmosphere here. Do we?
I mean, oh my god, one Jar Jar Bingus.
Well, hold on. Before we get into this,
Sith Lord.
was that ever actually a thing?
There's a theory that he's a Sith Lord. I don't know if it's true, but it'd be really funny.
Okay.
One thing I didn't like, though, is with the new shit, Disney said all the stuff that Jim Henson said was canon with Star Wars, they just invalidated it and started doing their own thing. Hated that.
Huh.
Like I said, I have a lot of mixed things with Star Wars.
Okay, hold on. Let me bring me back now, aren't you? The great Max. Oh, fuck. Who cares? The fucking Kyogre's awake.
Okay, so here's the thing. You know how George Lucas loves gripping things from Japanese storytelling film, right?
What the fuck is happening here?
That's never. That was an angle in a kid's game.
Yeah, sure was. Yeah, so I'm sorry I'm skipping the text, but like we've played Emerald before. Fucking Kyogre's awake.
I feel like your favorite character, unironically, would be Han Solo. Like everybody's favorite character. I love you. I know.
That's a real line.
Yes. You would know if you'd watch it with me.
When does he start wrestling that whale?
Listen,
Don't know.
I'm not trying to be like a dickhead, but I just genuinely have zero fucking interest. I think it's like I'm not trying to sound like that dude, but I think it's partially because I've heard my entire life that everyone's like, "Oh, Star Wars like the best thing ever," and I
don't think it's the best thing
care.
ever. I think Star Wars, especially, has a lot of issues, but I wouldn't want it any other way.
I guess.
If that makes sense. You know, it has issues, but that's fine. Apparently, big trope in JP storytelling is to have a really funny little creature turn out to be really powerful and important. Yoda. And there's an interview snippet of him mentioning this and mentioning that Jar Jar is a continuation of the idea. Yep.
Huh. Remember when Lucas
Jar
raided
Jar loves you. Jar Jar loves the Sith.
Remember when Lucas raided the bar scene to make Han shoot second?
Yep.
Does it even matter?
Yes.
Like, was the dude, like, that's the whole thing. Like, people always make that joke, but, like, the dude he shot, was he even, like, an important guy? I thought he was, like, a nameless alien he bought something from and then left.
Well, that's what you think at first, but then he's working for someone who's not so nameless. I mean, if you want to get the goat of sci-fi, get all these people. I feel like, out of all the series all the movies I want to make you watch, I feel like you would unironically like Star Wars the best. Because it's really corny and funny and weird. And it's like...
I watched, like, one of the Star Wars movies at work once, and I was bored.
Well, A, it's probably the prequels. B, I would not start you off... Well, maybe I would start
Half of it was they were, like, racing for some reason.
Yep.
I don't fucking know. I was like, who the fuck cares?
Do I think Jameson could be a Star Wars head? No. He doesn't have the attention span. Yo, pod racing, let's go. But I will also say I think Disney has done really well with the series for Star Wars, like Mandalorian and stuff. I need to watch Oshka. I think it is Oshka.
Isn't it like Ashoka?
Ashoka?
Isn't that the chick from, like, the Cartoon Network show that was actually weirdly good, apparently?
Yep, and then also the other one that just came out with, the guy.
Oh,
the mentor guy. Why is he escaping my brain right now? Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Hello there.
No, I got you. Yoda Does Manhattan. That one.
What?
That movie.
No.
I don't fucking
Counter
know.
option. Lego Star Wars still does it better.
So in this final battle, he can Mega Evolve a Sharpedo. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter for him, but
My point is,
Obi-Wan
I'm sad.
Kenobi?
Yes, thank you. I was gonna say Obi-Wan Kenobi for some reason. I'm like, that's not right.
show up as Anakin's
Padawan, yep.
Yep, you're saying a lot of words. I'm sure it means something to somebody. Episode 1 is really cool because the pod racing and Darth Maul are cool enough to make you forget about Watto.
Yep. But honestly, I'm really sad because I know Jameson's probably never gonna watch them with me.
It's nothing personal. I just don't care. Like, I have zero interest. Just watch One Piece instead.
But the thing is, that upsets me. He would rather watch One Piece.
I have never said that. I have never once in my life said I'd rather watch One Piece.
You're friends with Josh. You will be
And
condemned to it
I've
at some
been
point.
friends with Josh, and I've still resisted fucking watching One Piece this whole time. Perfect, just as great as any little hero trying to save the world ought to be. But it changes nothing. I can't give up now, I can't.
I did make him watch The Last Unicorn with me, though.
I will use the power of this blue orb to awaken Kyogre at last. Then I'll return everything in this world to its original pure state.
Watch original Star Trek instead. Maybe you can watch it with me. Shout out to Josh begging his friends to watch One Piece or the remake coming out. I refuse.
Yeah, no, I'm solid. I'm good.
Yeah, no, once episodes hit about 1,000, I'm all set. Netflix One Piece was pretty banger, but I think that was the extent of my exposure to the series. That's enough. Can't you see the world you dream of? The world that Kyogre will create are two completely different places.
Shall I always believe that you, at least, would understand my dreams? But no, in the end, the only one I can depend on is you, Kyogre. Absorb all the power resting his blue orb and reclaim yourself. Revert to your primal form. This is the time to take back the great evolution you lost in the ancient past.
I just want Netflix Cowboy Bebop back. Wait, Jameson, do you know about the live-action JoJo movie?
I'm aware of their existence, but I see live-action anime and I immediately, like, alt-tab to
No, you
anything
see
else.
live-action, anime, and movie, and then you're just like, shut down.
I wouldn't watch a live-action anime, like, TV show either. That sounds like dog aids.
We watched live-action Death Note.
We did, and it was dog aids.
But it was still something with you.
Woohoo! We'd get the same amount of enjoyment watching, like, the Goosebumps fucking movies together. Oh, there he goes.
Okay, no, I will gun for live-action JoJo till the day I die. It was a beautiful experience.
Why'd you watch live-action Death Note? Because we had just finished watching the anime, and Salem was like, we need to. I need to see how bad it is. And I was like, oh my god. And it was pretty bad.
It was awful.
I know people who are like, you know, if it wasn't called Death Note, it'd be pretty good. And I'm like, no, it would still be bad. Because it's barely Death Note anyway. Like...
That's why you watch more movies with me.
But was Kira gay? At last, I've finally done it! I haven't finished reversion, but still this much power. With this, I can return everything to its natural beginning. It's time at last.
What have you done?
Got the crow tired. What is it? Oh, the great deluge has begun. Of course it has. This is exactly what I have... Huh? What do you mean far more than we thought? It can't be. If it completes its primal reversion... Never mind that, just keep an eye on it.
Archie, what's going on outside?
And all that matters is that I have used the blue orb to awaken Kyogre, and now I will return this world to its natural state. The state that is best for Pokemon. Did we ever give Maxie a voice?
Archie, appears you have made a grave error regarding Kyogre's powers.
What did you say?
The beginning that primal Kyogre brings about, the way it resets the world, starts by driving every living thing on this planet to death first. This path leads only to an inescapable despair that cannot be withstood. That is all you have brought us. This is what comes of the madness thinking that you could ever control the super ancient Pokemon's power. I knew it. We just need to get out of here. Standing around complaining ain't gonna solve nothing. You two, hurry up.
Man, I love how dumb all the villain team's plans are. The worst part is, this is, like, better than an Emerald, because in Emerald, there's no moment of them being, like... Because in Emerald, they just took the wrong fucking orbs. Like, and there was never a moment of them being like, oh, we fucked up. Like, okay, there was after the very end, but somehow they didn't realize it on the way there. This is...
How awful.
I only wanted to make a world where Pokemon could live on in peace. Where that Pokemon... I think that's
Archie. This is the power of the super ancient Pokemon. Is this what Kyogre's power truly is? Is this how you return everything to its beginning? It's fucking wet. The balance of this world is faltering at this rate and may be lost forever. We will make our way to Sutopolis. It is most likely the case that Kyogre is also making its way to the city. In the deepest reaches of the Cave of Origin, which lies the heart of Sutopolis City, is where Kyogre will find the energy it needs to reclaim its primal form. I expect Kyogre will go to that place in search of even greater power. We just follow it to the Cave of Origin and do whatever it takes. There's nothing else we can do. Archie, you and your team of fools will accompany us. We have brought this calamity upon ourselves. It's only right when we take responsibility and clean up after our mistakes. Let's go, Archie. As an adult, I first feel I must apologize for the way things have turned out. Man, if adults could ever learn to apologize, the world would be a better place. I am truly sorry, but I must ask for assistance. Won't you help us avert this crisis? If we work together, I believe we'll be able to overcome this ultimate threat. I expect your arrival in Sutopolis. Soot Town.
Yeah. You're right, Sutopolis.
Caca! It's the blue-haired man.
His hair is not blue.
His hair looks blue to me.
Pixel. Sorry I cannot be here sooner. Terrible. So this is what was being depicted on that painting, Granite Cave. It doesn't stop all of Hoenn. No, the entire world will drown. Nothing can live in such a world, neither humans nor Pokemon. I mean, I think the fish will be okay, but it's huge rain clouds are spreading out from Zootopolis. That's a thing. What are you gonna do? So pointing at guys in this situation from here. Yeah, so he's just basically saying the same shit.
Which is weird.
Yeah, I think it's just to be like, hey, Steven's gonna be there too.
Oh god, my neck. That felt good. Can't wait for Kyro on the 5th. I need it real bad. Hot dog real bad. Nothing?
No.
You're mean.
You gotta go. So shit's bad. It's raining real hard. Things are damp. Surf our way over here. Find this very large, inconspicuous white mountain. I don't really know if this counts as a mountain. Actually, before we do that, I need to check something. Yeah, whatever. Down we go.
Beans. Do you remember when I opened my green juice? I don't know if it's still good.
I have zero clue. I didn't even know you had it originally, remember? Yeah, I saw it in a different container, and I was like, I think something died in the fridge. Alright. Let's go to the gym. Oh, damn it.
Beans is snoring.
Beans is fucking creepy. Pokemon's open, though.
That's good. They're essential workers, don't you know?
Even in the horrid apocalypse, Walmart will be open.
I mean, yeah, I worked there during COVID.
Yeah, you worked there when we were playing Emerald.
Ugh.
Full circle.
I literally would rather pick up child shit. That's why I do what I do.
Yeah.
I would do a lot of things than ever work at Walmart again. I love how they technically fired me, even though they never put me back on the schedule.
I mean, that's all they really need to do, isn't it? Like,
But then they never said anything to me.
I thought you quit. I thought you quit that job.
Well, I'm pretty sure I was planning on not going back after that, but...
Oh, hey. Pixel. You did come. Been waiting for you. The terrible rain. It feels as though the entire world will be washed away.
Yeah, because I didn't hear back from them, so I was panic applying to jobs.
Oh, yeah. And then you started working... Where after that? That wasn't the... Oh, that was... No, that would have been at home, because you didn't have the shelter job until we were here. Because you were still
Fuck
working
you,
at home,
right?
and yeah. Name is Wallace. I'm this town's gym leader. I've also been entrusted with the protection of the Cave of Origin. This downpour is being caused by a power emanating from the Cave of Origin. That is the red orb. I see. Follow me. It's rain. Feeling Pokemon need water to live. That's Why does this rain feel so much dread? I don't know, Steven, my man. Maybe because it's coming down by the fucking truckload. This rain cloud's massing over Stopless keep building, soon to extend over all of Holland. If that would happen.
Have you ever seen Princess Mononoke?
No.
I feel like you would really like that one.
Aqua. I don't know.
And I told you you'd like Porco Rosso.
Porco Rosso is good. I like Porco Rosso.
We've been expecting you. Achie. I'm gonna hand over this thing that we had developed to this kid, alright?
Mm-hmm. The Aqua suit, take it.
Yeah! This super high performance protective suit was made with the combined technology of the Devon Corporation and Team Aqua. We have actually prepared it in the anticipation of coming into contact with Kyogre. I'll just leave it with you.
But even if you put that thing on, do you really think you'll be able to take it all the way down to wherever Kyogre waits?
I'll fucking try, you dumb cunt. The energies overflowing from the shrine is certainly much more powerful than we anticipated. Its influence is making the current girl stronger.
There's nothing to fear. The red orb he bears, his ancient powers will protect both the boy and his Pokemon.
So that's it. Now that you mention it, I do remember an elderly couple at Mount Pyre saying as much. The blue orb is capable of releasing Kyogre's full power or reverting it to its primal form, while the red orb has the power to quell that flood of power.
Yeah, so we're basically just bringing the orb in instead of, like, you know...
The red orb.
Instead of
the
actually...
Pokeball.
No, it's literally a red orb.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Um...
Thought it was funny.
Because, you know, they didn't remake Emerald for some reason. No man or woman whose topless is permitted to enter the Cave of Origin, but you must go, together with your red orb. You must go regardless of what awaits you inside that cave.
We'll also work to mobilize our team members and offer to help the people of Pokemon who are suffering most due to this disaster. Now is the time we must simply do the best that we can within our own chosen roles, and you, child. No, you are not acting as a mere child today. Trainer, I'm sorry to say to put the greatest burden on your shoulders alone, but I trust you to take care of this.
Sorry. I'm begging, so save us, the world, and the fish. How the fuck did I know to come here? Pixel, I heard the news that things are going haywire out Topolis. And then I saw you on the buzz nav. I don't know who the hell was recording you. I just couldn't sit there and do nothing when I knew you were in the thick of it, so I came flying. What the fuck's going on? You say I'm like shocked and confused at so many levels right now? This is probably something way bigger than I can even imagine, isn't it? I'm not even gonna ask. I'm just gonna try to find what I can do to help. I'm just gonna go with that.
She's adorable.
Like, she just admits, she's like, yeah, I'm not the main character. So, like, you have fun. I'll be back here. Well, you heard that, everybody.
Yeah. Do we have Tylenol?
Usually.
I might need to take some.
Me throwing a repel here, so I don't have to deal with this.
You have enough XP, you think?
Oh yeah. For trying to catch Kyogre, we'll be fine. For everything else, I'm not 100% sure, honestly. But I knew there was something there. he's pissy down there, whatever's going on. Kyogre looking mighty catchable and box twoable.
Ain't that the truth? He's just a little man.
We stick the red orb in the suit, which is something we knew how to do. So here's where the 3DS model scaling really ruins a lot of this tension, because that Kyogre is barely bigger than us. Hey, you read me, little scamp? Aye, it's me, Archie. There's a device built into the suit that lets me talk to you. They're getting readings up here, looks like Kyogre's appeared. I'd guess say you're staring right at it, if I'm not mistaken. Don't be afraid, scamp. You leap right up under the beastie's back. Then get. Sound cut out.
How many times are we gonna play the same clip?
So you're wrestling the whale. You damn right we are.
I'm gonna wrestle your.
Like, look, we're almost the same fucking height.
Isn't Kyogre way bigger than that?
Dude, yeah, Kyogre's a fucking orca. Like a dinosaur orca. Hold on. Kyogre is 14'9".
I'm surprised only 4 foot 14 feet 9.
I mean, Primal Kyogre is 32'2". We also took the suit off now that we're in the deepest part of the cave for some reason. This might take a few tries, boys.
Nah, you got it. Just save first, Chucklefuck.
Well, yeah, we did. No, let me save right
What
here.
are they yelling about down
Who the fuck? I don't know. Hopefully they kill each other this time. I don't fucking know. Hey.
there? How many times are they gonna play the same sound clip?
At least one more. Tell me someone catch the fucker. Why did they give him Aqua Ring? I mean, in the OG game, things are at rest. I think he's like partially transparent.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the deep sea
Sorry, I
fish
have like
are.
an itch next to my nose.
You're good.
I don't want you to think
Kyogre.
I'm like picking my nose or some shit.
He appealed one on purpose.
Mark.
So, Primordial Sea is a bit of an upgrade from Kyogre's Drizzle. I'll say, Dread, how you doing? Primordial Sea has all the benefits of rain. You know, making thunder more accurate, making water moves more powerful. However, instead of making fire moves weak, it makes fire moves not work at all. If you're playing the opposite game, you'd obviously be fighting Primal Groudon, who has the same thing, except he makes water moves not work. Can you guess which one of these guys was better and competitive? I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count. Okay, granted, It's like Drizzle, except a less embarrassing name. I mean, granted, both of them were good. It's just Primal Kyogre was pretty good, and Primal Groudon was the best Pokemon in the format. Electro Ball doesn't fucking kill, does it? You really fucking did, honestly. Yeah, alright.
Sorry, the work chat is going off for some reason.
They shouldn't even be there. It's fucking 10 at night. What's happening?
The Tommy was asking for numbers.
He's gonna name drop people on stream.
This is Natani.
Okay.
Natani's great.
Primal Kyogre was a decent upgrade to one of the best Pokemon Ubers. Primal Groudon was Ubers. Yeah, no, Primal Groudon was, like, not so insane. It's just weird, right? Because Kyogre, like you said, Kyogre was one of the best Pokemon Ubers, arguably right up until Gen 6, even, right? Kyogre was always good. And then it went from, like, you know, Groudon kind of being the butt of the joke to Groudon being the best thing you could use. Like, if your team does not have Primal Groudon on it, your team is bad. Well, I'm
Sorry, I'm sending memes in the work chat.
Okay. Oh, you have Ice Beam.
That's what they call in the field getting fucked, mate. Primal Groudon used Uber?
That's not even close to what that says, Salem.
No, I'm just making a joke. Damn. Could you imagine, like, you order an Uber and the Kyogre pulls up? And he's like, get on!
Would you feel safe riding in the Kyogre bus?
Oh, 100%. I'd feel safer on a Kyogre than I would in a man's car with Uber.
Hmm.
What? I don't mean that in a bad way. I just, you know, men, am I right? Men can be scary.
Alright, well, that was quick.
I love you.
I love you
See, I
too.
told you you got it. Have confidence in yourself, laddie. I almost said lassie.
Anyone got any nickname suggestions for Kyogre here?
Uber Eats.
Yeah, alright.
Don't name him Uber Eats. He's a Kyogre.
Alright, fine. Anyone else then? Anyone got any real suggestions? Because that one didn't count, I guess. Moby? Yeah, alright.
Kiko. Blahaj.
I'll go with Moby. I think you actually got it, Dusk, I think.
Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, that's the IKEA shark that all the trans people like.
Oh my... Love that shark. I love the bear with the tiny head and the big body.
Mm-hmm.
And also the bear, the big, sad, slouchy bear
Right.
from IKEA. I want to go to IKEA. I'd spend too much money at IKEA. I went to Home Goods once. It was very difficult to just buy what I needed to get out.
I can imagine.
The prices actually weren't even terrible. Because I actually also got this Halloween blanket, and it's still soft. Even though it's been washed. So Natani texted the group chat to ask, text your name so they have your number. Look at what my boss sent. I am a man of mystery. That's great. I love Selena. I need to stop looking at work chat when I'm not at work.
Yeah. I have my phone on silent 24/7. I don't know how you fucking do it.
Because nobody texts me
I text you.
when I'm not here.
I text you. Look at the Whalmer.
That's what they all sound like.
Yeah, all of them.
I can't replicate that though, so don't have me. Wait a minute, maybe hold up. Maybe I can.
Put it in the back of my nose, in the back of my throat. It's kind of like Stitch.
That was not Stitch.
It's kind of Stitch. Hold on. What's something Stitch says? It sounds like Jennifer Coolidge got in a car accident.
Who?
Jennifer Coolidge.
Who the fuck is Jennifer Coolidge?
God, it makes me want a hot dog real bad. That fucking meme I keep saying from her. The voice actress of Fanny in Robots.
Oh. That poor thing. It's really over, isn't it? Pixel, we owe you a great thanks. Look above you. The sky over the topless has returned to normal.
That's normal.
My,
I think that's the pollution falling from the sky.
the sky over the topless has returned to normal. Look at the glittering microplastics. Stitch is just throwing your voice as far back in your throat as possible.
Wow.
Right.
I guess you're kind of right. That's kind of close.
Yeah.
What else does he say? I can't really do his laugh. Fuck.
It's easy to do, but hard to actually get anything out of, right?
Yeah.
Because half the time you're just gonna sound like you're fucking choking on something. Anyway, Maxie and Archie having their like bro moment or whatever. You know, Skate managed to use that red orb. Let's see you try this on precise. Give it to Kyogre. She able to control its primal reversion.
Now I'm just gonna take that Pokeball from you and.
Farewell. See ya. Yeah. So the thing that made the primals fucked up was they're not mega evolutions. They don't count. So like all you gotta do is give them the item and they automatically transform, and you could also you could run both of them and still like a mega Pokemon, which is insane. Like I feel like they should have just been megas, but still. If Traveler will use this. This flute is one of my favorite items.
I miss my flute.
We got the Eon Flute. The Eon Flute is proof of the bond between you and your Latias.
I read that as Latinas.
This flute is proof that you pull big booty Latinas.
Yeah.
I only give it to the most worthy trainers in the region. No matter how far you may be from one another, you play that flute and the Latinas will surely fly straight to you.
I have definitely worked
Excuse
with
me?
some. I have worked.
Your ass!
No, I have worked with some coworkers who are Latina, and they're so funny, and they make the best food, and they make you food constantly, and it makes me want to kiss them on the mouth.
Yeah, that's.
Anybody who gives me food, I
I was
want
about
to kiss
to
them on the
say.
mouth. I'm very food motivated.
You know, I thought we were supposed to have a several lure together, but you, Pixel, it seems like you just keep getting further and further ahead of me. Starting to feel like you could have gone somewhere I can't even reach. I mean, you literally went to the bottom of the ocean, so, you know. Anyway, you did something really amazing today, so try to take it easy for a while. See ya. You could run all three in a triple battle just to really remind the other two of their fucking playthroughs beneath Mega Earthquake's fucking boot. We'll get there.
How does
We'll
that
get
bitch wear shoes? He's
Ve-
got no feet.
Very carefully.
I've got no
The
feet.
same way
to
the
hold
Flying
me
Dutchman wears
down.
his socks.
Or arms to fly
So,
around.
this is-
I got no feet to hold me down.
You want to see a really weird bit of,
Pinocchio reference.
You want to see a really weird bit of, like,
You're welcome.
cannon, like, welding, I
It's
guess?
a tree.
Oh, you there. You want to see topless, blah, blah, blah. No. Who is it? Maybe we need to, like, reset the NPCs. But someone... Oh. Yeah, we found Roy's Megastone. At the end of the fucking game. Some NPC mentions that, Az from X and Y planted this tree. So at some point during X and Y, when he was doing his horseshit, wandering around the region,
It's right over there.
like being depressed, he came to Hoenn, planted a fucking tree,
God same.
and then just fucked off again, which means that this game takes place after X and Y, which has some implications, I'm sure.
As flowers at the tree, you can see the red flower his Floette uses growing there.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go back so you can get a better look at it.
Down a little. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. As is Johnny Appleseed. But, like, why did he feel the need to do that?
Johnny is. It's.
Johnny Appleseed.
No, it's a Johnny Zaplin seed.
A Johnny Zaplin seed.
Yeah.
You know, that's just so weird to me, like, them being like, hey, let's just, that's a thing now. But anyway, more importantly, Steven gave us the Eon Flute. Something that would let me unregister something from that menu. So, we basically don't need Fly anymore, because with one blow on this flute, Zapples are a thing in MLP. I bring this up specifically to distress you. Thank you, Dusk. Sometimes you almost take life, everyone, for one fairy baby, sometimes you plant a tree. So now we can soar. Which is legally distinct from flying.
I also fucking loved this. I just flew around like this for a while.
Yeah. No, this is super cool. There's birds. So have you ever wondered, why do the Mega Lottie twins look exactly the fucking same? It's so they could save space and time and only make one model for the soaring.
Damn.
It's the thing to find because this is epic. Yeah, this is super cool. You can land anywhere in Hoenn that you've already been. So, like, I did not go to Pacific Log yet. I cannot land there. So it still follows the same rules as flying, generally speaking. Let me land back in Sutopolis for a minute before I do anything cool with this. Fun fact, even if you trade your Lottie twin away, you can still soar.
Now let's check out that red glowy thing.
In a goddamn minute.
God, Nurse Joy just looks so lifeless.
There's one random little Easter egg I guess I want to show, but first let's check out Moby here. Oh, Moby huge. That is a fucking good nature. Get your big ass fins out of the move list, goddamn.
He's a big boy.
Yes. We're gonna take Moby for a little spin for a second. This is something I didn't bring up before, even though I technically could have, but I think this is the funniest way to bring it up.
That's a good crack. Get some crack in my back. Crack in my back. Uh-huh.
Or...
Do you still like me?
Of course I do.
Okay.
So,
I'm sorry, I just need constant reassurance.
so you recall when we use surf, this happens.
Yeah.
We're just on like a generic thing,
Beach.
walking around. If you use surf with Kyogre,
E.
he has a special sprite and he's a bit faster.
Large.
I think he's also got a wider pit box, which is literally only a negative.
Depending who you talk to.
There's two other Pokemon that have this distinction. Sharpedo is like twice as fast, and Wailmer is just an alternate sprite. Like there's no difference between Wailmer and a regular surfing Pokemon. However, because of that, this game had, or it might even still have, I don't know if they ever patched it, a very volatile glitch where if you were surfing on a Wailmer and he was the first Pokemon in your party and you leveled him up enough to evolve him into Wailord, after it evolved, the game would freak out and never go past like the transition screen. Like it would go black and just never come back, and the music would just be playing infinitely because the game is like, wait, you're not on a Wailmer anymore, and it's trying to pull like a fucking sprite that isn't there for like Wailord. or something like that. I know it was a crash that was like very easy to just like happen upon. Because you know you'll probably have your surf Pokemon at least high up in your party. And so you're trying to grind them up. You know, Wailmer takes a good amount of XP to evolve.
Yeah.
So this glowing bit that Dusk was referring to, there's something right behind Sootopolis called the Nameless Cavern.
Let's go in the Nameless Cavern. I'm sure it's safe.
Always go into mysterious holes, children.
With protection.